Hello everyone, this is Jimmy and welcome to episode 28 of Nuclear Earth Reirradiated, where our journey to the Sword of the Cosmos continues. Let's take a look at where we stand in this. I noticed that a lot of the plant-like materials we're missing just come from the Void Botanical Miner, so instead of putting it all into like 7 different garden enclosures, why don't we just take the Void Botanical Miner we already had and run it for like, an hour. And that should easily handle our plant demands. So, stuff like the 2 mushroom types, melons, carrot, potato, beetroot, yada, yada, yada. So, I started the process of crafting, I'm crafting a new set of like tier 5 structure frames because I upgraded what used to be our Void Botanical Miner into the Void, whatever we call that miner, tier 6 Void Ore Miner. I guess I could replace... Not too late now, I already started the crafting. I was gonna say we could have replaced the Void Resource Miner with a Botanical Miner for like an hour, but whatever. What's done is done. The craft is super cheap anyways. It just takes it a little while because I don't even know what step in here is slow. But another couple minutes. Anyways, with that, I'll just set up the miner off camera because it, we set up enough Void Miners this series, don't you think? So, singularities continue. I ran out of gold, so I swapped our 2 singularity makers over to tin and copper while we mine up more gold. But there's still a couple more singularity types, so those will continue to craft. But let's tackle some of the stuff down here now. So we need fish. It doesn't have to be exactly common fish, it could be any fish. Rabbit, record fragments, Enderium, and 2 Oblivion Catalysts. These are the easier stuff, so let's do this. Pumpkins come from the Void Miner, and I think there was an animal up here of some sort, right? Pork. Cool. So, rabbit and pork, those are just dropping the mobs into our mob farm. So, hello rabbit, let's clone you a little bit. What were you spawning? Frosts. Okay, swap that out. And we get a lot of rabbits. I think the amount of essence it takes is a function of how much EX or how much HP the mob has. So this is a very efficient rabbit spawner, and we'll get our 200 odd pieces of rabbit in no time. We can speed up the spawner by manually priming it with experience as well. All right, rabbit away. When that's done, I'll switch that to pig. So that's that. Now for fish. If we make we can either farm guardians for fish. Is there a way to spawn guardian? Or we can set up a fisher. That's an eldritch guardian. Elder guardian. Can we get normal guardian? No, there's no recipe for any of these. Alright, so we probably can't spawn guardians. That's an empty one. Okay, then let's go with the fisher. By the way, at the end of last video, I was a little concerned about our power situation because we set up the tier 6 Void Miner, which uses like 2-point-something million RF a tick, almost 3. Well, turns out there was nothing to be concerned about. Just all the nuclear power, all the fission is apparently enough. So our buffer is still full. Like our peak input here is, our momentary input here is 4 million. I think our peak input might even be higher. And yeah, we output or we produce enough RF to easily power all of our void miners and jazz. Back to fishing, we have a resources fisher. So this does what the name suggests. It fishes. We need a certain amount of water under it. I think a 3x3x3 pool is enough. And just every now and then, 24-ish ticks, except for discounting lag, it generates a random fish. I dumped that into a subnet here because most of these fishes can just be crafted in... Oh, wow, autocomplete's powerful. It can just be crafted into raw fish. So this shouldn't take it too long to make a whole bunch of raw fish. Apparently we get like equipment from time to time too. I think this just gets off the standard fishing loot table. Anyways, yeah, fish taken care of. Next on the list of easy things to do is make Enderium. So that's done by making the blend, which is 3 lead, a platinum, that's super easy, and a bucket of resident ender. For the resident ender, I just set up a thing that constantly melts Enderium or ender pearls into resident ender, and then on demand we supply the bucket, which gets filled. So I should be able to make the, what was it, like 121 blocks of this stuff? Yeah, I'll just hit the go button and get those pre-crafted. So we can unpin that. All right, next let's just go craft our 2 Oblivion Catalysts. These are just very quick and few Necronomicon rituals, whatever. We do need 2 sacrifices, so let's get ourselves 2 of the rabbits we're spawning. Thankfully, we've been through all of Abyssal Craft progression, so our Necronomicon holds plenty of potential energy. It's 5,000 per, so a full book makes 8, basically. Ow! Stop it! Anyways, time for the rabbit to make the ultimate... No, rabbit. Time for the rabbit to make the ultimate sacrifice. As soon as I'm done burning. Alright, start. No, die! Okay, good. If the rabbit doesn't die in time, the ritual fails, it uses your potential energy, and then I think you get feedback effects. So, the rabbit tried to murder me. We had to kill it. Which, if you think about it, probably means that the rabbit is not the best choice of sacrifice for this. It's fast, nimble, jumps all over the place. He's like a pig. He just stands here and dies. But, whatever. There's Oblivion Catalyst 1 and number 2. Stop it! I'm charging my other books, so I'm getting all the, you know, charging and stability effects. Yeah, fun stuff. What happened to the blocks here? I guess, some type of, the mobs that spawned here can sometimes freeze blocks. Alright, whatever. That's hopefully, no, it's definitely not the last of Abyssal Craft this pack, but it's a last for now. Alright, headed in home. Next up, we have record fragments. So any music disc becomes 8 record fragments. There's a bunch of different music discs, but I think the easiest way to get them is from trading with the audiophile villager. None of these have a easy crafting recipe. The ones that do have crafting recipes are just made from other discs. So we need music discs to make music discs. Now we could set up a vanilla music disc farm, get creepers to shoot skeletons, or other way around, skeletons to shoot creepers, but I think that's more work than just getting the zombie villager. Well, the trading villager. So for that we need to start with a zombie villager. I find them relatively often here in the Dreadlands. That's a cyber villager, right? Or cyber zombie, that doesn't count. But let's find one and snag him. This isn't working out. Either they don't spawn here or I'm just getting unlucky. But I'm just going to take a regular villager, head back home, and then spawn copies of him. Not pure copies, but spawn more zombies with him until we get a zombie villager. I guess I could just like explore out in the wild as well to look for one. I don't know how much to spawn. I'm going to spend a couple minutes looking around. If I don't find one, we're just going to spawn this guy. No such luck finding one, so we'll turn to our spawner. Drop in the zombie, and I think everything it spawns has a chance to be a zombie villager. We'll just see until one comes up. Hopefully, one will come up eventually. And then every now and then we can just run our mob crusher briefly to clear them out. Alright, so sooner or later we gotta get the zombie villager, right? That's not it. This simple task is proving more difficult than I expected. Turns out, I think that the industrial foregoing mob duplicator might actually not use a standard zombie spawning algorithm. It definitely spawned babies, we saw those. I didn't see any jockeys or zombies, or villagers though. So, I don't know. I'm gonna try the powered spawner real quick. The zombie powered spawner. And then needs a capacitor. Do I have a good one? Yeah, this will do. Alright, let's give it a shot. Spawn me some zombies. Hopefully this does use a zombie spawning algorithm that has a chance to spawn villagers. Finally, a couple zombie villagers. I think, okay, we'll bring them both. The spawner never seemed to spawn any, so I went back into the world and, well, found a couple. Now we just have to cure at least one of them. I'm going to leave one in the cell there, just in case I mess this up. If I recall, the process of curing a zombie villager is to place him down, splash weakness him, and then give him the apple. Did I give him the apple or did I eat the apple? I definitely eat the apple myself, right? The apple. No, come on. Let me try and go away. The apple is for you, not me. Is this the wrong golden apple? Hello? My best guess is I somehow missed the potion. So, okay, he does not have weakness right now. This is a splash weakness potion. Bam. He has it. Eat the apple. No, yes, he ate the apple. Alright. And then turn into a villager. Any day now. We need a mob imprisonment tool because once we have one villager, we can use the mob spawner to spawn more until we get the audiophile villager specifically. Do the red particles, do I have to re-splash weakness them? I can extend this potion, right? How do I do that? Redstone? Alright. Stay put. Me versus vanilla mechanics. Take 3. Alright, zombie villager, he does not have weakness. Does strength cancel out weakness? Is that why? Let's try our other zombie villager. Maybe he doesn't have strength. Oh, okay, he doesn't have strength. So, splash, he has weakness. Apple, he ate the apple, but then he gets a strength buff, which cancels out the weakness buff. Does eating the apple give you strength? It doesn't. So where's his weakness buff coming from? Or is it just like when the strength buff expires? Does it take that long to transform? Am I just too impatient? We will just wait the 3 minutes and see what happens. Here we go. Moment of truth. If it's not obvious, I don't think I've ever cured a villager this way before. Like at 1.7, I've always used the zombie or the de-zombification syringe or whatever. Hey, that did it. Alright, you're coming with me. And then later on, zombie villager curing is much faster. At least I think it is. In like 115 or 114 and onwards. Maybe I'm crazy. I will not disregard that possibility. Alright, anyways, spawn me some of these. Oh, God. Stop. Don't kill them. I need them alive. Alright, we're looking for a dude that looks like Elvis. Hey, there you are, Elvis. You're coming with me. Alright, ooh, got a second Elvis, but that's it. That's enough. Stop. We'll release these guys, I think, when we're done. You know, we gotta repopulate the world somehow. We got there. So, this guy will buy or sell CDs for 3 emeralds. Problem is if I just trade with him, he trades a certain number of times and then stops. And I could use the other CDs, but then that just makes the recipes more complicated. So, we're going to imprison him again. And then force him to trade with us, even if he doesn't want to. Sorry, buddy. Such is the Elvis life. We do that by stuffing him into the villager trade exchanger. He doesn't even get to, like, exist in the world. He sits in his prison, and we shove him emerald and he gives us music discs. So we'll automatically crack them into crack CDs or record fragments, and that's that. So, let's... what I'll probably just do is every now and then, like, empty this out. I think we only needed a couple hundred of them, right? So let's once again look at where we stand on the sword. Got remarkably few mushrooms and pumpkins from our void miner. Oh well, it'll get there. Right, so the last 2 swords. Let's do the Embers one next, because I know how to do that, and then we'll do the one that has a bunch of moon runes after. So this one is made in the exchange tablet, and for that we're going to need a what's it called? Like the laser blaster. It's a pretty cool toy. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. It's the beam cannon. These have relatively straightforward looking recipes. So let's craft one of each of those, and which aspects do you use? So I also need a silver and lead aspectus. These require the stamper as well. First off, the setup work. So we need some of this ash, and that's just made in a cinder plinth by jamming any item in there and letting it burn. So I jamming cobblestone into it, supply it with some ember, let it burn, that makes ash. Awesome. Next, I need the aspectuses. Is that how you pronounce it? Aspectus. So this is made by stamping ember shards with a plate stamp in molten silver, and I presume the same thing in lead. So let's melt some silver and some lead, pop that into the stamp base, and then I need ember shards. These recipes here, if we look at the item, take between 64 and 96 of ash on each of these aspectuses. That means that we actually need 2 for each, because you can only put 64 on each one, right? Because the items only stack to 64. So for that, we're going to need 2 items of each. Let's get hoppers to feed the ember shards in, and then I need to make the plate stamp as well. If memory serves me right, then I place the stamp on there and it automatically just starts stamping. The output product comes into... Oh, I got a silver plate. That means that I forgot to put the ember shards in there. That would do it. All right, the output's going to the bin underneath it. We can not remelt those plates. So let's remelt a couple silver ingots. And this time, there we go. So I got lead aspectuses. What did I get them? Give me. And silver aspectuses. And one more. Come on, you can do it. There we go. With all that, we are now ready to do alchemy. So we want to make sure our beam cannon is aimed at the exchange tablet. To do so, shift right click the exchange tablet and right click the beam cannon. You can actually aim the beam cannon at anything. So like if I wanted to aim it at that block, I could do so, and it will point at it. Just for funsies. What do I have in a soul vial? Yeah, Enderman. No, that doesn't fit in there. Sheep. I got bad news for you. Is the sheep gonna suffocate in here? No. Alright, good. So let's aim our beam cannon at that block. Alright, it's aimed. And then I think all we have to do is pop it with a lever. And it shoots a beam of energy. The sheep, I guess, gets to live because its shot was blocked by this. Dang it. Hey, sheep, stay. Stay. Let's make sure we also bound the lower block there, not the upper block. There we go. That time it moved. We may have also shot the upper block. I thought it could go through blocks, so maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, how much is in here? 600? I don't know what the minimum for a shot is. But there we go. Goodbye, sheep. Yeah. So anyways, does it have any other practical, like, come on, give me my hammer back. Is it actually a practical thing as like a weapon? I mean, probably not, no, but if you get sufficiently clever, you could do something with that. All right, anyways, next we take our aspectuses and put them onto the pedestals. So I think those just click on. 1, 2, 3, and 4. For this recipe, well, for any recipe, you have to guess, or you have to figure out where in the range the actual result lies. So, for silver and lead, you know it's between 64 and 96, so 1 and 1.5 stacks. Start on one end of the extreme. It almost always makes the most sense to start at the bottom end, because you waste the least resources doing that. Then you place the item into, or you place the recipe into the table. It is shaped, so you have to make sure like you actually draw the pretty picture right. That's what? Obsidian, coal, tulip. At least the center item has to go in the center, and the side items have to go in the sides. I don't know if they have to go in exactly the right side. But anyways, let's get everything placed. And then when we fire it, what it'll do is it'll draw in all the ash and almost assuredly create alchemical waste. if your numbers of ash is not 100% dead on perfect, it will create alchemical waste. Now, there is a very slim chance that the numbers are perfect, right? There's a 32 in range on each of these, so there's a 1 over 32 squared chance that it just happens to be 64 of each. The odds of that, again, not very high. 1 over 32 squared is what, about 1 over 1,000? So 0.1%. I'm not counting on rolling our 0.1%, but whenever you feel like being done, members, you can tell me a bit more information. It's not purely a guessing game, thankfully. There is information to help you. So, eventually, any day now, I guess it slowly consumes the ash that was placed inside. So as soon as this drains away, I can't help but question whether or not this needed to take so long just to tell me that I failed, but we get an alchemical waste here. So this tells me that I am 10 off with each of these, and this is why you always start at either extreme, the low or the high extreme, because if you start in the middle, or if I started at 75, 80, no, that's not the middle. If I started at plus 60, if I started at 80 and, you know, it told me that I was off by like 5, are we high? Are we low? I don't know. But if we start at the very low end, we know that it has to be up. So we were 10 off on each one, which means we need 74 for each ash. So 74 times 2 is 144. So I need a couple more pieces of this. It's actually an extremely convenient number. All right, let's just start placing it. So 1 stack in each of those, and then I need to split 10 into 10 additional ash into each. Come on. 74 times 2, by the way, is totally not 144. I know. Don't worry about it. I'm good at math. All right, so that should do it. Now when we fire, it'll do the same animation, but this time when it's done, instead of getting an alchemical waste, we should get the actual item. I personally like to, when I find the right ratio, put a sign and tell myself what the numbers are. The numbers will never change within a world, but they are specific to your world. So just because I have 74 and 74 doesn't necessarily mean that you will have 74 and 74. And that's it. All right, there is our tier thing. Cool. So 1 more down. Last but not least, we have the Squiggly Bit Sword. It actually has 30 attack damage on it. Jeez. I have a feeling the Necronomicon is not going to tell me how to get it yet because we don't have the appropriate knowledge, which kind of makes me wonder how I'm supposed to get the knowledge. My guess is that I'm going to need an Abyssal Namicon for this. So in order to get this, we have to fight Jazar the Gatekeeper, and this book says that there's a ritual to like summon him, but it also seems to say if you somehow fail to obtain it. So I suspect he might already just be spawned at this position inside the Omenthal dimension. Let's head there and find out. There's definitely a temple of some sort at this location. So let's I guess break and enter, right? At the end of it is an altar. Lots of bookshelves. I assume if I do this, that becomes a ritual altar. And I guess we do have to do the ritual, because I don't see a boss spawn here. Alright. Let me see. Ooh, nice. I needed some of these Eldritch Scales. Let's see what exactly that ritual required. 4 essences and some shards. Okay. Let me go collect some of the essence, and then we'll be back. Wait a second. I went upstairs. Here he is. Alright. We probably just have to shoot him till he dies. Although, he's like pulling me into this corner. Probably don't want to be there. Yeah, about to say, the last boss of this sort we fought, like, one-shot me. And I don't have many levels on me. Maybe this is a mistake. I also don't have my gluttony charm on me, apparently. Alright, well, we shoot him till he dies. At least that's the plan. What the heck? He threw me through some portal and teleported me here. Wherever here is. Nuclear wasteland biome. What dimension am I in? I am in the Tartarus dimension. Am I supposed to be here? What is this? Let me go! As far as I can tell, there's nothing here. I don't know how you're supposed to get out of here if you don't have teleportation. But, I do have teleportation. So take that. Alright. Hopefully he doesn't despawn. Good. Looks like our friend is still here waiting for us. I didn't think he was he upstairs? Yeah, he threw me into that, like, black hole. I guess that's a black hole of death. Don't get sucked into it. Jeez, it has a lot of sucky power, though. Where are you? Tough as he may be, I found the top secret strategy. You stand far away and shoot him with arrows, such that, oh my gosh, I'm gonna stand nowhere near that. That looks like a big explosion. But, yeah, we're just gonna shoot him till he dies. This explosion better not kill me. Okay, good. I don't know if it did anything. It looked kind of like the, you know, the Draconic Evolution. Whoa, what happened? Is there like a... It's like something that keeps pulling my arrows over. Weird. It's been a pretty, interesting fight. I imagine it'd be more difficult if I didn't just shoot him from 30 miles away. He appears to only get hit by one arrow out of each volley. He's figured out iframing in a way that the Gaia Guardian has not. Alright, the end is in sight though. Soon. Haha! We've defeated the boss, almost? He does some weird stuff with gravity. Alright, he looks dead to me. I'm gonna come in here and grab the loot before anything bad happens. What you killed, some called a... Oh, looks like that was phase 1 of the fight. Alright, here comes phase 2 then. Something that escapes a human when they delve into madness. Yeah. Example is believing you've slain a great old one. Okay. Come on, stop talking. Let me kill you. I have a feeling he's gonna kill me. Your mind has been twisting itself harder, the more knowledge you've gained. You know those bad guys that just talk forever? He's clearly one of those. Alright, seriously, shut up. I just want your item. Let me unleash the last part. Is he gonna explode? I have last stand in 45 levels. This is fine. Alright, I guess we did it. Take the mere fragment of my being it all. Yep. So he should have dropped the fragment. This thing, Essence of the Gatekeeper. Did he drop it at the altar? No. Don't tell me his explosion blew up his item. That's awkward. I'm gonna look around for a bit. And if it's not here, I'm probably just going to cheat one in, because he is not allowed to blow up his own item with his own death. There it is, just floating in the air. Alright, so got the essence. I'm also going to upgrade my staff. Don't know if we actually need to, but while I'm here, right? That should allow us to upgrade to the Abyssal Namicon, which I guess is the final tier, the finalist tier in Abyssalcraft. Are there more quests to guide me now? I've never been this far in the mod, so no, that was the last quest. So I don't actually know what exactly we're supposed to do with this. But presumably that opens up the last rituals chapter. You revert corruption to the surrounding areas. It purges the... No, I don't want that. You summon powers to corrupt? No. Alright, I'm gonna look at this and see if there's something that can enchant it. Something about that sword. So the sword I'm trying to make, it still doesn't have a name, but the Abyssal Namicon has one more key tier in it, so I guess this is what we have to do next. We have to see 1.5k. Do I have 1.5k in here? Or 15k? I do. Cool. So let me gather up some materials and go do this ritual to upgrade our Staff of Rending to the Staff of the Gatekeeper. And I guess this leads somewhere. And hopefully that somewhere leads us to the sword. I think this process combines the key item and the staff item into one so that we don't have to, like, the same item can be both the key to open portals and the staff to generate the essences. I hope so anyways. I don't want to have to make a new staff. So, do your thing. And we're going to have to recharge our Abyssal Namicon soon. Alright, let's see. Press M to change mode. M. Well, it's in key mode. And you know what? Key mode. Is that what I want? Yeah, there we go. Alright, that adds a gateway to somewhere. How about we head back home first and grab a teleporter? I'm not actually sure if these portals lead anywhere different. If I shift right click, I get that portal. If I regular right click, I get this one. And okay, so this one just took me back to the Abyssal, or to the Dreadlands. Let me through. Let me through. Maybe this isn't what I needed then. How do I get the key? Forbidden knowledge. Yeah, the Dark Realm. This is where I want to go. Beneath 9, yada yada. Okay, how do I get here? I have a theory as to how to get there. This might get me killed, but we're gonna jump into the abyss. Up. That appears to have done it. Oh, yeah, perfect. It said it was under, so I was like, well, what's under but down? Alright, so now that we're here, the minimap says there's a lot of mobs around us. Did I gain any more knowledge? Let's see. Forbidden knowledge, the Dark Realm. I think I already knew about this, but let's see. There isn't much to face of waves of shadow beings and Sarkanth, as this is his natural habitat. Perfect. Main reason to intentionally fall down here would be to retrieve his soul blade. Yes, that's what I want. How? Entities. Is the strongest. The only way to leave the Dark Realm is through the explosion of an Oblivion death bomb. So I guess that's one of his abilities. I mean, I can just teleport out, so screw you, dude. I guess we have to find him. Alright, where are you at? I noticed there were no... Yeah, there's no rituals, I think, associated with the Dark Realm, so we don't summon him via a ritual. At this point, we just have to find the guy. The book doesn't mention anything about it, but searching the internet seems to imply that we have to set off an Oblivion death bomb in that place in order to summon the boss. So, it's a big explosive. This thing uses a bucket of liquid antimatter, which we can't actually find, right? I cheated in my bucket, so, I guess this is the only Oblivion death bomb we get. Let's make it count. Maybe before fighting this guy, we should get some levels for our last stand. So, there we go. 1,400 levels. Now we have to die a whole lot of times for him to actually kill us. Alright, let's set it off. Oh, great. We don't even get to see it now because I'm blinded. I'm told the explosion is big. I don't know how big, but I want to be far enough away that I hopefully don't die to it. I mean, it'll just proc my last stand, right? Let's be far away. Like, I claimed and chunk loaded the chunks so that even if that proc my last stand. Alright, well, good thing we had last stand. Hey, it's like the Draconic Evolution reactor explosion. Alright, well, you are unleashed, feel the wrath of the Dark Realm. Yeah. Where are you, buddy? Hello? Mr. Unleashed. I have come to bargain. So the explosion has finished. If we look at TPS, we can see TPS is fine. The boss exists. But he's doing the thing where if he looks at me, he gives me blindness. He's right down there. I'm pretty sure that's him. I haven't actually been able to hit that yet, though. I don't know. There's something down there. But yeah, if I get too close to that, like it blinds me, like that mod in FTB Interactions did, which is like the most obnoxious thing in the world. Because how am I supposed to fight it if I can't see? Okay, that's clearly not it. But yeah, this mechanic, like absolutely, positively sucks donkey dick. So anyways, I don't know how I'm going to actually find and subsequently kill this thing. Maybe that's not actually it. I don't know. He's here somewhere, probably. Abyssal. Got it. He is on the central platform. We can't see him unless he's like 2 inches away from us anyways. He's immune to range attacks, so... Oh wait, no, he's not immune to... Wait, must have been a ghost. There we go, yeah. He's immune to range attacks. He deals a boatload of damage, but I think I just have to hit him with my sword until he dies. No big deal. He takes 1 damage per hit. Just in case you ever find yourself in a situation designing a game and you're thinking, how can I make a boss that will be absolutely miserable for the player to fight? Make it such that you can't see the boss. Yes, but you have to fight him anyways, but you can't see him because that's great fun. All right, so he's dead. I think, maybe. Give me your sword. I never want to do Nuclearcraft again. Sword, please. Alright, he dropped a lot of stuff, including... Aha! His sword. Alright, so... There we go, I guess that's it. It harvests souls and presumably gets stronger over time or something. But I'm never fighting him again. So, what's hitting me? They're like, hey. Oh, are they invisible in darkness? Is that how this works? Let's try. You know, maybe that's all there was to it. They're invisible in darkness. I don't know if that would have caused the blindness to go away, but all these mobs here chasing me around. Definitely we can see them now. Whatever. That boss blinding me was still obnoxious. We got what we came here for. Let's get out of here and never come back. And on that note, I think we are done with everything that goes into the essence of the Eternal Sword. I should be able to request it now. However, our altar needs some modifications before it can actually handle this. It obviously is a little bit short on pedestals. So we'll make those changes tomorrow because I think we're out of time for today. That boss fight at the end dragged on a little bit. So next time we'll make our Essence of the Eternal Sword and work our way towards the Sword of the Cosmos. Looking at the singularity situation, I probably need to add a couple more singularity crafters, just because it looks like we're going to have the bottleneck, the final thing we end up waiting for will either be singularities or neutronium. I don't know. We'll see, one or the other. Whatever. We'll figure it out later. So I hope you liked this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.